Hi there, welcome back to another exciting episode of KSB's book review. I know it's been a minute since my last review, but I needed a little break, so I decided to go on holiday to refresh myself. But now I'm back, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling refreshed, and I'm ready to start posting videos again. And I also hope you also going on holidays. You don't necessarily need to travel. You could probably go see your cousins that you haven't seen in a while, or you could, arrange a sleepover with some of your friends. But all you have to make sure that your parents are aware about it. So in today's episode, the book I'll be reviewing with you today is The Final Conflict: The Tale of the Two Witnesses, written by Kenneth Ziegler. Kenneth Ziegler is an American author who has written loads of best-selling novels, and he has sold and through those and with those novels he has sold over 1 million copies. The tale of the two witnesses in the final conflict is about Tom Carson and his partner having found out after like the aftermath of rapture. The world is being covered in darkness because the great tribulation is well underway. The rapture has taken place, and there are some people that have been left behind, not knowing what has happened, being confused of the situation. And there's a myth of, there are different myths that are flying around about how it's an asteroid that is passing by, causing the random unexplainable things that have been happening, or a star that is being created every 1,000 years. Lots of myths that are being passed around. But Tom Carlson and his partner, they they were Christians, but they fell back in the Christendom, so they were left behind. So the evangelism that they were supposed to do before rapture, to be able to spread the word, is what they are trying to do now. They are trying to enlighten people about the great tribulation, about the 7 years of the tribulation, and Jesus will probably come back. If they are able to survive, Jesus will come back and take them along with him as well. They are trying to enlighten people. They are trying to fight. They're trying to survive as well. Even like Tom Carson, for example, he was having doubts about the rapture until some of his close friends lost their lives in a very, very unexplainable way. He witnessed it, but he wasn't able to explain it because it was something very unimaginable that happened that made them lose their lives. So now more than ever, he's determined to want to enlighten people, to avoid such repetition, to reduce the number of people, even if he can't get everyone to know about it. He's trying to increase the number of people that know about it, so that when Jesus and his army comes, they'll be able to take them along with him. My favorite part of this book, there are a lot of things that stood out for me in this book. But there's a very important lesson that I'd like to share, and then that lesson that I took from it is that we should actually share the gospel. It's never too late, it's never too early. We are not too young, we are not too old to share the gospel. Even if we have social media to our advantage, we can share the gospel through our social media handles. Talk about how Jesus loves people. You don't necessarily need to do it in flesh and blood. You could do it online. You could write posts, compose. You could compose messages about the coming of Jesus Christ. There are a lot of videos out there that talk about the coming of Jesus Christ, how we should prepare for it. So I think that's one of the most important lessons that I got from this book, because right now it's looking very unlikely that he's trying to salvage something that he's trying to salvage something, even though it seems a bit too late. So let's try to push it now before we get to that point of that tribulation and having to hustle our way into like preaching the gospel. So let's preach it now that it still looks as if everything everywhere is because the end is near. So let's do well to preach the gospel now. That is the standard part in this book. There are lots of vocabularies I learned from this book, and some of the words that stood out for me was converge and thwart. Converge means to move towards something from different directions, and thwart means frustration, which means to make someone do something that they do not want to do. No, to make someone to convince, trying to make someone stop doing what they want to do. My ratings for this book is a must read. Is a very is you know It teaches us about Christendom. Is a very exciting book. It's quite a voluminous book, but the fonts this is very the fonts are very legible. It might take a couple of days, some hours actually, because like I have a friend that read the book in a few hours, right? So it's a very voluminous book, but it's very engaging. It's very exciting. When you dedicate, like it's very the plot is very amazing as well. It's a very exciting book. It talks about Christendom, talks about the coming of Jesus, talks about rapture. So this book, yes, definitely, I'm giving this book a must read. If you are in the library or going book shopping, you're looking for a book to read. The holiday is ending soon, so you're looking for a book to read before school resumes. You can do well to look out for this book, Final Conflicts: The Tale of the Two Witnesses. If you are in Nigeria, you're looking for books to read, you're looking for activity books to keep yourself busy this holiday, you can check out Little Chapters Bookshop. They sell books through WhatsApp. They sell new and pre-owned books through WhatsApp. So the number is in the description. Send them a message for they have a sales for activity books because it's holiday, for children to be able to keep themselves busy, keep themselves engaged. And so if you're in Nigeria, you're looking for books to read, you can check out Little Chapters Bookshop through WhatsApp. The number is in the description. Don't forget about the reading challenge. This is the 8th month. The 8th month, August, is coming to an end. We are very soon, we'll be in September. So don't forget about the reading challenge. Make sure you have a friend or couple of friends that you're on the reading challenge with. Also make sure you check on them. Know the number of books you have read. Check on your friends whether they are also reading. Don't fall off the reading challenge. We have gone 8 months through this year, and the reading challenge is still very much on till the end of the year. So don't forget about the reading challenge. That's all for me today in today's review. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for some more amazing content. Do well to look out for this book, the Final Conflict: Tale of the Two Witnesses, in the library when you're going book shopping. And also don't forget to check out Little Chapters Bookshop through WhatsApp. Their number is in the description. And always remember that readers are leaders who are way ahead of others. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.